What's going on, guys? Danny with GearCandy, and one of the things that I picked up during the Black Friday specials that were going on, and even the holiday specials actually afterwards, is the Moto360 Sport. So there were a lot of things on sale, and this is one of the things that caught my eye. Now, the original price of the Moto360 Sport was $300. They've marked it down to $200, and during the holiday season, they marked it all the way down to $100. But once I saw it go that low, I was like, well, let me give it a shot, because for $100, I think pretty much any smartwatch is going to be worth it. So the watch comes in 3 different colors. I've got the white one here. They've also got it in black, which I think is probably the most common version that you see out there, and then there's the flame orange. I actually would have tried out the flame orange just because it's so different, but that's probably going to be the most radical different model between the 3 colors offered. All right, so let's start off with some of the things I really like about this watch. First of all, the build quality on this watch is, it's really good. It's a sport watch, so it's meant to be rugged. It's meant to withstand sweat. It's meant to be an everyday watch that you can just toss around and not worry about scratches and dings and whatnot. So the band itself is made out of a nice heavy silicone. It's very soft, rubbery feel to it. You can wrap it around your wrist, and it feels pretty good. It's not a heavy watch, so you don't really feel it on the wrist as much. Now, the wristband is not interchangeable, so whatever color you decide to go with, make sure you like it, because you're pretty much stuck with that. The other thing I really love about this watch is the watch faces. Motorola includes a bunch of watch faces with the watch itself, and they're all really nice looking. They take up the entire bezel, the entire screen on the watch itself. There's a lot of options, and there's also aftermarket third-party type stuff that you can get for the watch, but I'm pretty happy with what Motorola's included with the watch straight out the box. Overall, the unboxing experience was pretty cool. It came in this cool little round plastic box with the watch right in front. Everything was kind of well put together. You can tell they put some time into the actual boxing experience for the watch itself. Another thing I really love about this watch, guys, is that I can always tell time on it. Now, I know that sounds kind of funny, but just let me explain real quick. So with the Apple Watch, you've got to flick your wrist every time you want to see the time. If the watch isn't active, the screen shuts off and you can't tell the time. You've got to flick it and hope that you flicked it hard enough for that screen face to come on. With the Moto360 Sport, the watch face is always on. It's just not backlit depending on how much light is in the room. So if there's a lot of light coming in through the sensor, the ambient sensor that is on the watch face itself, the backlight turns off, but you can still see the time. So there's 3 main things that make this watch a sport watch. The first is going to be the build quality. Obviously, the silicone wristband that comes with it. It's very durable. You're gonna be able to run around with this thing. Don't worry about sweating, and don't worry about the colors fading. Don't worry about banging it up against things. It's gonna withstand that kind of use. Second's gonna be the GPS tracking on the watch itself. It works in tandem with other running apps, workout apps. There's one that's included called Moto Body app, and you can use that to go on your runs, walks, bicycle runs, what have you, and it'll track your distance, the run time, steps, all that stuff. It'll track it right on the watch. You don't have to look at your phone as you're on your run or your walk. And it's pretty neat to be able just to look at your watch and tell how far you've gone, or the stats, heart rate, all that good stuff. And the third is water resistance. The Moto360 Sport is rated at IP67, so that means it could withstand rain, droplets, water, directly spraying on it. So you can use this in the rain, use this in a an active environment, and it should be absolutely fine. Battery life on this phone has been Battery life on the watch has been absolutely great. I've been able to go through the whole day with probably about 40-45% of battery left on the watch. That's pretty good considering that the watch face is always on. It may not always be backlit, but there's always something displayed on the actual pixels. Another cool feature of the watch is wireless charging. It comes with this little dock where you could just drop your watch into and it starts charging. There's no need to plug anything in. This is very useful. In the middle of the night, if you have to grab your watch, you just grab it, take a look at the time, put it right back on that dock, and it'll start charging automatically. There's also voice commands that you can use with the watch. You can show your reminders, ask for the weather. Pretty much almost everything you can do with the Google Assistant, you can do with this watch. I haven't personally used it as much, but it's something that's, a nice feature to have. One of the biggest cons with this watch is the notification system. When a notification comes in, it comes in and it stays at the lower third of the watch face, and it pretty much stays there until you down swipe it. The problem with this is if you have a watch face that shows, let's say, the weather on the lower third, when you look at your watch, you're constantly having to clear that notification out of the way in order to look at the weather or the date or whatever it is you have that's being blocked. In some cases, I've got some real chatty apps that are always sending notifications to the watch, and every single time I look at the watch, it's blocking, you know, whatever I have displaying on the bottom. So if it's the weather or the date or something like that, I'm always having to look at my watch, swipe down and remove that notification in order to see, you know, whatever it is I'm looking for. The other problem with notifications on this watch is there's no speaker. So when a notification comes in, there's no chime, no alert. You know, there's no real way for me to know that a notification came in. So I'm constantly plagued with notifications just sitting on the watch and having to be cleared out. It's becoming more annoying because I have to go in there, clear them all out, as opposed to, you know, looking at my watch and seeing what I want to see. So would I recommend the Moto360 Sport smartwatch? If you're in the Android space and you don't have a watch right now, absolutely, especially for the price. It's $200 on the Moto360 website right now. If you get a deal like I did, I only paid $100 for this thing. So for $100 to get a smartwatch, it's really hard to beat that deal, guys. There's not many other smartwatches you're gonna get for $100 to $200 that's gonna beat this thing. So I would definitely recommend it for the price and the feature set that it offers. It's a very durable watch, so if you're into fitness, if you kind of, you know, the type of person that bangs your watch up a lot and stuff, this is gonna be a perfect watch for you. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you own a Moto360 Sport. Let me know what your experience has been with it. If you're looking for a smartwatch, guys, I would definitely jump on this one. The price is good, the features are great. If you enjoyed the content, guys, make sure you like that video and don't forget to subscribe.